Hey, happy Wednesday. Yay! Whee! It's Wednesday and the wind has finally died down because yesterday that wind was ridiculous. It was awful all day long. I went to an exercise class this morning. I thought I was going to die. And then I went to check out this Walmart that I always forget this Walmart exists. There's one out here off of the highway on Elmsley Drive. I always forget about this Walmart. And I thought, well, after my class, I'm going to run down there and I'm going to check it out because I wanted to check out the nail polish. I wanted to see if this will be a possibility for organizing nail polish. So I did go check it out. It is labeled, but it was so tidy. It was tidier than if I had done it. It was absolutely perfect. But then I'm thinking, well, it is a weekday morning. You know, the people who work in there during the week obviously are on the ball. They've got it looking good. But I just wonder if over the weekend, if it gets messed up. Like if I come by here on a Sunday evening, what would it look like? It may be a complete disaster. So I thought I might try on a, I don't know, like a Saturday night or a Sunday or something. Just come by here and check it again and see what it looks like. There's this one and there's the one off of Cone Boulevard. I want to check that one. I haven't been out to that one in months. I don't remember the last time I checked that one. The one on Battleground doesn't work because it is right, the nail polish is right under a speaker and the music is really loud. So that one is no good. And every single neighborhood market around here is no good because the music in all of the neighborhood markets is so loud. So I can't, they're all out. But it is labeled and you can actually read it. Now, it does have some nail polish on it, but it's not as bad as the one that we normally go to. I will be, if you're on my Patreon, I think I already uploaded it. Did I? I have to check and make sure. I did a nail polish video. I was not able to do one in Asheboro, but I did get to do one in Randleman, at the Walmart in Randleman. It was pretty messy. It was kind of hard to read, though, because there was so much nail polish all over the thing that has the labels on it. And people always say, why don't you bring nail polish remover and remove the nail polish? Well, two reasons. Number one, I don't work there and I'm not that committed to organizing nail polish that I'm going to be doing like modifications to the displays or anything. And also, if you use nail polish on that plastic, it leaves it frosted. It will remove the nail polish, but it also removes that clear coat or whatever it is on the plastic. And it messes it up and it leaves it all frosted and gross. And so it actually doesn't really help because you're still not going to be able to read the labels. But I get that question all the time. Why don't you take nail polish with you, a nail polish remover with you and something to remove it with and a rag or something and take it off? Well, those two reasons I just stated. That's why I'm not going to do that. It wouldn't help anyway because it would mess up the plastic cover over the labels. So anyway, this one is a possibility, but I'm thinking if I did it, it would have to be on a weekend when the regular weekday people aren't here. And on the weekend, they may not have anybody back there working like they do during the week. And it might have time to get messed up. It was beautiful though. It was absolutely perfect. Not a single bottle was out of place. It was perfect. So I mean, it was pretty. It was impressive. I wanted to come check that out. And also, okay, here's what happened. So I drink a lot of zero sugar Pepsi, and you reserve I know people you shouldn't drink that. Honey, I know, but I'm going to drink it and I'm going to go buy more and I'm going to drink that too. Anyway, I bought 3 2-liters a month or so ago, and I got them home, and when I went to drink them, they were all 3 flat, just completely flat. They hadn't been opened. But I opened, cracked the seal, you open it totally flat, no bubble at all. So you can actually go online and submit a complaint to PepsiCo, and they will send you these coupons. And I got my coupons for whatever your product is. You put in the type and the size, and there's like a little serial number on the bottle. Anyway, you do all that, and they will send you in the mail, if you give them your mailing address, coupons. And I was really tickled because this has happened a couple times before, and they will only send you exactly the number. Like say you had 2 2-liters that were flat. They will send you 2 of these little coupons. You don't get any more. This time though, I had 3 that were flat, And I told them I had 3. They sent me 5 of these coupons, which was awesome. So I got 2 extra. Well, I thought I'm going to go ahead and use these up before I forget about them because they expire March 31st. So I wanted to use these up before I put it, I'll set them somewhere and forget about them. So I've got them here in the car. I put them in my little compartment, so I will see them and I won't forget. Well, I thought I'll go use these up while I'm here. So I thought I'll just grab 5 2-liters and use these up. Well, I get up to the self-checkout and the line is a mile long. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, because everybody's in there buying like flowers and candy and stuff. So the line was a mile long. They have 2 registers open, and they don't have many self-checkouts in this Walmart for some reason. They have a few. They don't have as many as most super centers have. They have like maybe 7 or 8. Most of them have more than that. Anyway, the lines for the registers were super long, and then the line for self-checkout was super long. So I had to wait in this long line because I bought some other stuff that I'm going to show you. It's for Carl's video. I'm doing a Carl video when I get home. And I decided while I was looking around at the candy and stuff that I would do a video with him working as a grocery store clerk, like a cashier. Because I have, at home, I found a polo shirt, a Food Line polo shirt. So he's going to be working at Food Line on Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, let me say that for people that don't know what store I'm talking about. Food, Lion, Food Lion is the name of a grocery store. It's a regional chain of grocery stores. It started in Salisbury, North Carolina. They've been around here for over 30 years. Food Line, but I'm from the South, so we don't know how to pronounce shit, so I call it Food Line. It's not Line, it's Lion. Food Line. Anyway, I have a Food Line shirt, so he's going to be a Food Line employee. And I got to looking at the candy, and I got an idea. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So anyway, I get up there with my coupons and my 5 2-liter drinks. Well, I come to find out, I didn't read the fine print on these little shits. You can only use 1 per purchase. I had already rung them all up. And the guy that was helping people at self-checkout said, yeah, it says here you can only use 1 of these per purchase. So you can only use 1 of these for this order. So that's fine. That's fine. I will go back. I will go. I'm not going to go here. And I'm not going to go I'm not going to go when it's so busy. I'll just get 4 of these. And I'll just stand at the self-checkout. I'll ring up 1 and pay for it with this. I'll ring up another one. Use another one. I'll just do 4 separate orders for these damn things. It's so stupid. I bought them all at once. Why can't I use these all at once? No, you can't. You can only use 1 per order. It said so right here. And it wouldn't let me scan anymore. It said no, it wouldn't accept any more than 1 per order. So thank you, Pepsi. They didn't used to be like that, because I've gotten these before and you could use them all at once. Apparently you can't do that anymore. What the hell do they care? Why do you care if I use more than 1 per order? I'm purchasing 5. I had 5. So I had to pay for the other 4, which is fine because I'll drink them anyway. I'm not losing any money. I would have had to buy them at some point anyhow. But that just pisses me off. Like, why can't I just go ahead and use these in one order? Why do I have to ring them up and do separate orders? That's so stupid. I remember back when my first job was as a cashier in a grocery store. Little tiny mom and pop grocery store. It was actually the perfect job. The pay, I made $3.20 an hour. Now, minimum wage at that time was $3.25 an hour. But there was a loophole. I don't know if it was just for North Carolina. This was back in the 80s. Where companies of a certain number of employees could pay less than minimum wage because they did. And the guy that owned this grocery store was a complete asshole. And because he could pay $3.20 instead of $3.25, he did. He started everybody at $3.20 an hour because he was an asshole. I remember one time he had his jaw wired shut for 6 weeks, and he said it was, he had to talk like this, and he said it was for some thing that he had to have done. I heard he got clocked coming out of a bar and that broke his jaw. I'm like, good, I hope somebody did bust his damn face. He would come around every now and then, and he would walk through the store and just nitpick everything, and then he would leave to go play golf or whatever the hell he was from a family with money, and the grocery store was like his hobby. His dad gave him the store, like, you know, you manage that. And, you know, he didn't really do much else. And he was just, oh God, he was such an asshole. We were glad when he wasn't there, but when he wasn't there, which he normally wasn't, he hardly ever came to the store. But when he did, he would find fault with everything and everybody, and then he would leave and go, you know, ride a unicorn or whatever the hell rich people do. But this store was great. It was the perfect first job, because I was thinking about it. You know, the clientele, everybody was so nice and friendly. It's kind of a small town atmosphere. Everybody kind of knows everybody. And they, oh, I know your dad, you know, I know your mom. And, you know, everybody just kind of knows you. And it was so great. And we didn't have scanners, so everything had a price tag on it, a little price sticker, and you had to type in the price, you know. And I was kind of slow at it at first, and I was always so stressed, like, because people would be in line, and I hated people having to wait. And I was, you know, but over time you get faster and faster, and, you know, you get better at it. But it was the perfect first job, even though it didn't pay much, because I learned a lot about, you know, customer service and dealing with people. I hardly ever had a customer that was, you know, rude or anything. Hardly ever. I mean, it was rare that anybody ever had a problem. Although there was this one couple, there was this man and woman, and they would come in and buy beer. And they were always mad. They always both just had this bitch face, you know. They both, it wasn't just resting bitch face, it was resting bitch face, talking bitch face, yawning bitch face, you know, bitching bitch face. Like, they were just always mad. And they would only buy beer. They would come in there just to buy beer. And they would always say it was on sale, and it wasn't. They had this specific, what did they buy? Michelob or something. There's some specific brand that they would buy, and they would always argue that it was on sale, and I'd have to get the manager to go back there with them and to look at it, and then they would begrudgingly pay when they, you know, had to admit it wasn't on sale. And they were always fighting with one another and arguing amongst themselves. And, like, I just can't imagine what their life is like. I mean, no wonder you drink so much. Having to put up with each other, I'd probably drink too. That was the only couple that really ever bothered me. And my mom only came in there once while I was working there, and she totally ignored me. I was, you know, I didn't have to worry about her embarrassing me because she totally ignored me. And later she said, oh yeah, I forgot you were there. Like, she went through the line right next to me and didn't even notice that I was, like, the next cashier over. Like, this pretty much sums up our relationship, really. Yeah, I forgot you were working. I didn't even notice. Shit. Anyway, that was a perfect job. But I feel for cashiers today. I really feel for anyone who has to work in customer service, because people anymore, I mean, it doesn't even matter where you go. It does not matter. People are rude. They're impatient. They think everything is about them, and they feel like they can just talk to you like you're dirt. And it's just, I mean, I see it all the time. People being rude to customer service people, and it's just awful. And wait staff, you know, servers in restaurants, like, it is just terrible. I think everybody should have to work in a customer service position for at least 1 month out of their life. You should have to do it full time for at least 30 days. I don't care if it's in a restaurant, like a store like Walmart. You should have to do it. It should be like required service. I mean, you get paid, but you should have to do it. And I think it would change a lot of people's attitudes when they deal with people in customer service. I think it would adjust their attitudes significantly, and I think that's something we need to do. Everybody should have to put in their time. Like community service, you should have to go do that. Everybody, I'm telling you. Everybody should have to do it. Anyway, I think I was going somewhere else with that comment, but I don't know. I derailed my own conversation. Anyway, so I'm going to use my coupons. I'm just going to go to another store when it's not so busy, and I'm just going to do 4 separate purchases at that damn self-checkout. Because you have to, because I tried to scan another one and it wouldn't let me. So, and I didn't, you know, there was a long line. I had already been in line forever, and my foot was hurting. And I really just wanted to get out, so I just thought, whatever. That's what I'll do next time. I'll just do 4 separate purchases at the self-checkout. So I bought some stuff. So, okay, we're doing a grocery store video for, what's his name? Carl, because I have a Food Line shirt that I found at a thrift store. So that's, because I looked through all my shirts, and I'm thinking, what kind of Valentine's Day video do we want him to do? I want him to be working somewhere. So I'll tell you the shirts I have. I have the Food Line shirt. I have a Bank of America shirt. There's some possibilities there. I mean, there are possibilities with any of them, but I decided to do the grocery store. I have an AARP driver safety shirt, and WXII TV 12 is a TV station. I have a shirt with their logo on it, so I thought he could work for a news station, but I thought, no, let's save that for something else. So I had I think I had another one, but I don't remember what it was. But the grocery store one sounded good to me, so I decided we would just go with that. I don't have a Food Line hat. I'm not sure what kind of hat he should wear. I'll just have to pick from the hats that I have for him. I don't have a Food Line hat. But, and I know if you worked at Food Line, they probably wouldn't let you wear some other hat. But this is not exactly, reality, so it's all right. We can suspend our disbelief for a half hour. So I decided I would get some stuff. I bought these pretty flowers. Look at my flowers. They're very beautiful. They're very colorful. And then, see, I can just put them in a vase. Actually, I want to see Glenda the Good Witch tonight because we're watching Better Call Saul. I kind of thought about giving them to him. I should go see him at work and take him flowers. Oh, that would be cool. Maybe I should. But yeah, I bought these pretty flowers. I got to take them home and put them in some water. So, I don't know what he's going to do with them, but we have flowers. And then, I bought some candy. And I think I'm going to have him doing suggestive selling. Look at this. I got sweet tarts. It's a little heart. Oh, this one's funny. Look at this one. Meat for you. It's Jack Link's beef jerky. I bought that. My kids and I will eat all of this. It's not going to waste. I got a baseball heart. Maybe he can say something about hoping to hit a home run or something. So, I like the little fuzzy one. That's cute. So I got him that. He's going to do some suggestive selling of Valentine's Day stuff up at the register where he's working. And I got exploding hearts. These are little TNT snapping pops. And I bought a Cutie Cuddlies that's head is popped off. I got that. He's missing a head. It says, "You are magical," and somebody bit his head off. Got that. I have another Cutie Cuddlies that's just completely broken. I don't know why this is funny. I bought it on purpose. It was broken when I bought it. I got some Cupid's Love Potion here from Nickel Nip. I personally don't like these. I think they're nasty, but you bite. It's wax. It's wax bottles with this stuff in them. My younger son loves these things, so I'll let him have them. I think they're disgusting. And I thought this was actually very cool. It's from Maud Borad. I can't even read that. Look at this, is cute. Hooked on You. It's a candy-filled tackle box. You got your little to and from thing. And it has gummies and little candies. I thought this was adorable. Look, it's like little fishing stuff. Little artificial lures and worms and stuff. I thought that was precious. Now, this was like $10.99. I couldn't believe how much this was. But it's heavy. There's a lot in here. And then you get the little container. So if you have somebody in your life that likes to fish, that would be perfect. Yeah. So, Carl's going to suggest some purchases to you. You're not even in there to buy any Valentine's Day stuff, but he's going to hit on you anyway. Oh, he's going to hit on you so hard. And you know he's going to spend a half hour ringing you up. He probably won't ever even ring up anything that you went up there to buy. I don't have a script for these things. I just let him do whatever he's going to do. there's no telling. I hope he manages to ring up your purchases and get you out of there in less than an hour, but I cannot make any promises. And okay, so my younger son recently, for some reason, has decided, he said, I'm going to start bringing back old expressions, old sayings. I said, what are you talking about? And he said sayings that you never hear anymore, like balderdash or poppycock, shenanigans. I'm going to start bringing back old sayings. I'm going to see if I can get other people to use them too. When I was going back to get my Pepsis, I went by, they had these St. Patrick's Day shirts, and I saw this one. Let the shenanigans begin. Can you see that? I can't see what you can see. Let the shenanigans begin. So I don't know if he would like it or not. It was only $6.98. It was part of their little St. Patrick's Day thing. So I bought him a shirt, a little Let the Shenanigans Begin t-shirt. I don't know. If he doesn't want it, I guess I'll take it back. I'll just keep my receipt if he doesn't want it. I don't need any more t-shirts. I already have a drawer full of t-shirts that I never wear. I used to wear t-shirts all the time, and anymore I never wear t-shirts. I wear tank tops to my workout classes. I never wear t-shirts. I never wear short sleeve shirts. It's always a tank top with like a hoodie over it. See, I'm wearing a tank top right now because I came from my class, I don't wear t-shirts anymore, but I keep them. I went through them, but I have some that I just really love, or they have a sentimental value of some sort, and I just don't want to get rid of them. So, but I got rid of most of them. I still have probably 10 to 15 t-shirts that I don't ever wear, but I can't bring myself to get rid of them. So, but anyway, so I don't need that shirt, but if he doesn't want it, I'll just take it back. But I thought he would like that since it says shenanigans, and that was one of the words he wanted to start trying to revive for some reason. He's an interesting kid, I tell you. Well, he's left-handed, and if you know any left-handers, they do think differently. They really do. I was the only right-handed person in my family, so I'm very familiar with left-handers. My mom and dad are both left-handed, and my brother is left-handed, and I am not. I do some things left-handed, I think, because I was taught by left-handers how to do everything. So a lot of stuff I do better with my left hand. I find that I have better balance on my left side. If I'm riding a bike and I have to steer with one hand, I steer much better with my left hand. I brush my teeth left-handed. I don't know, other stuff I'm sure, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, left-handers think differently. They really do. They're more likely to have artistic ability. They have a higher IQ than right-handers. In general, their IQ is a little bit higher than right-handers too. Although I think statistically speaking, they don't live quite as long. Their lifespan is a little bit shorter for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, there's something about lifespan that's different. But yeah, so he thinks differently, definitely. He's an interesting kid. So, oh my God, I had the craziest thing happen. I didn't get a video of it or anything because it happened so fast. So this morning I was getting ready. I took my son to school, and then I went to my exercise class. But we were getting ready to leave the house, and I'm sitting here like, we gotta go. And I looked out the back window, and Boop was back in the backyard, and it looked like she was on the edge of the patio, and she was pouncing. It's like she was doing like this, like and I thought she had a bird. I thought, oh shit, she's caught a bird. Let me go get the bird away from her. I've had to get so many birds away from her. And I learned one thing, bluebirds, if she catches a bluebird, the other bluebirds will come after her. They get violent. They'll stick up for each other. The other birds, they don't give a shit. You could catch a chickadee, any kind of finch. The other chickadees and finches, they don't give a damn. They like, oh, there goes Harold. Anyway, and they just go back and they don't care. The bluebirds, no, they take it personally. You get one of theirs, they will come swooping at you. And this one time she had a bird, she caught a bluebird, and she ran around. I saw her, and I ran out the door, and she ran around the house to the front behind the bushes, and I ran after her, and these damn bluebirds are swooping at me. I'm like, stop, I'm trying to help. And they're swooping, like one of them hit me in the head. I'm like, will you give me a second? I'm trying to help. And the neighbors, there's an elderly couple across the street, their grandson was out there. He's like 22 probably, and he sees me, and I'm yelling at Boop, like, give me that bird. And I'm yelling at the birds that are swooping at me, like, stop it, give me a second. And he looks over, he said, do you need any help? Are you okay? I said, I'm fine, carry on. I'm just getting attacked by birds and trying to save a bird. I did get it away from her. It did fly away, and everything was fine. They were swooping at me because I guess they thought I was like the accomplice or something. Like I was in on it. I was going to, eat the bird or something. Like, I'm trying to get the bird out of her mouth. Just stop it. Swooping down at me. And they make these loud, totally different noises from normal. They have this very angry chittering thing they do when they're pissed. Like, Jesus, okay. I know. I'm trying to help. What was I talking about? Oh, so anyway, I thought Boop had a bird. I thought, oh shit, she's caught a bird. Let me get it away from her right quick. We got to go. So I went out there and I said, Boop, stop. And I kind of pulled her back, and I'm looking, and there was no bird, but I saw the ground was moving. I said, oh crap, she's digging up a mole. She kills moles. I've never seen her actually dig one up before. And I said, she's found a mole. How does she do that? How does she find these moles? I don't know if she hears something. She must hear something. Maybe she can hear them somehow. I don't know. But she's like digging. She's pouncing and kind of digging at the ground. And then I see movement. She gets to the mole, and you could see fur, and like a little hand came up, like, ooh. And then she pounced on it really hard and like raked it out of the ground. That was the biggest mole I have ever seen. Have you seen? Okay, now the moles we have around here in general are like this big. Most of them they leave them at the door for me. It's real sweet. They leave them for me as a present. They're about that big. Most of them are about that big. This was a hoss. This mole, I shit you not, it was like a rat. It was not a rat. It was a mole. It was like the size of a hot dog. I'm going, holy shit. And it was thick. It was like, because then she got it up on the concrete patio, and she's as freaked out as I am. We're both like, ghoul. It's like the grandpa mole. He's been getting into the steroids or something. Because then it starts running. They can't see very well. So it's trying to get away from her. And it's like, it looks like a tube. It's like, not fat, but it's like thick. And I swear to you, that thing, shit, how big was it? It was, I'd say it was at least 7 inches long. I have never seen a mole that big. And it has these big hands with the claws, and they go out like this, and its little pointed nose, and they run like this, and it's running as fast as it can move its little body, and it's like vibrating and wobbling, and I'm going, and Boop and I are both just like, what the hell? And my younger son came to the door. He said, what is that? I said, it's a mole. He said, that's not a mole. It's too big. I said, it's a mole. Oh my God. And we're just amazed. And the Boop like swatted at it, and it charged at her, but it can't really see what it's doing. But it tried to charge at her, and then it goes blah, 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 blah. There's no sound effect that suits this. I've never seen a mole like this in my life. I've never actually seen one alive before. Usually when I see them, they're already deceased, and they catch them at night a lot. And so Boop is like, what do I do? And then Evie comes out, and she's going, what have you got? And she just kind of freaks out, and she's standing there like, what are we supposed to do with this thing? I don't know. And so Boop is like swatting at it, but she's afraid to attack it because, they have teeth, man. They have these big claws, and they have these teeth, and they can bite. So she's freaking out, and I'm freaking out. I'm going, all right, And then so I ran back in the house. I called my older son. I said, you have got to come see this. This is amazing. And the little mole is just doing like, trying to do circles on the concrete. And he made it back over to the ground and he starts digging and Boop slapped it and it came back up on the concrete. It has little short legs and it moves like this. It just kind of shimmies along because that's just the best it can do. So she's not hurting it. She's just like slapping at it and it keeps charging at her and then running away, and she slaps it and it charges at her and runs away. So my older son came down there and he goes, oh my God. He said, what are you going to do? I said, I have to get this thing away from them, but I am not picking it up. He said, we need to just bring the cats in the house and shut the door. I said, that works for me. So Evie is just completely freaked out. She's just looking at it like, I don't know about that. I don't think I want to touch it. I'm scared. Boop just keeps slapping it. It's like, I don't know how to play with this thing. I'm scared, but I'm going to keep hitting it. And when she hit it, it would kind of roll. And it would get back up. So, okay, I saw my older son. My younger son is just standing in the door. He's just like mesmerized. He's going, I don't want to be a part of this. I really don't. So I said, all right. I said to my older son, all right, we'll each grab a cat. He said, I'm not grabbing Evie. I'll get Boop. I said, all right, that's fine. I'll get Evie. So we get out there, and the poor little mole is just, there's just shenanigans going on out there. I'm using a word, just freaking shenanigans. So I went out and I approached Evie, and she's like, ugh! And she ran in the house. She was no problem. She didn't want to have anything to do with it. Like, I'm out. I don't even want to be near whatever the hell that is. And so my son picked up Boop. We got him in the house and shut the door, and the mole immediately, he was right on the edge of the patio. He immediately dug back into the ground and was gone. Wow, I did not know that those little moles, now I know there are different species of moles, but the one we have, I think there's only one here. I could be wrong. I've only ever seen one type, like the dark gray ones, and they're small, My goodness, I found the grandpa of all the moles around here. That thing, it was as big as a rat. It was not a rat. It was a mole. Had the little short tail, no, it was a mole. I have never seen a mole that big in my life. Holy moly. So a mole that lives to get that big, you got to let him go. I mean, I would have let him go anyway. If I see them with an animal, I will try to get the animal away from them. If they kill it when I'm not looking, there's not much I can do about it. But my God, I hate I didn't get a video of that mole, because I'll probably never see it again. That was incredible. It was amazing. Because I was thinking about y'all, like, I should get a video, but I thought it was all over so fast. It was all over in like 5 minutes. Everything was over. Start to finish. Like, oh my God. But I had to tell you about the mole. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to go home and get a shower and try to set up and figure out what I want. Clark. That's my cat, my neighbor's cat. Carl. I got to figure out what I want Carl to do exactly. But happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. And happy Valentine's Day. And I will have that Carl video on my other channel later. And I'll see you again soon.